Hello, hello, hello. This is Tilla again, back at it at word and syllable stress. Now, what on earth does that mean? We've come to a very interesting part of accent reduction where we move away. I'm going to move away from talking about sounds right now, just to talking about how things sound when you say them. Now, I'm talking about the rhythm and the intonation of words when you speak. And rhythm, stress, and intonation makes a huge amount of difference when you're speaking. So English has a different rhythm to all the other languages. Surprise! Kidding. And often when you learn another language, we transfer the rhythm of our old language to the new language. Now that's very important, so I'll say that again. When you're learning a new language, we tend to transfer the rhythm of our own first language to the second language. This is quite incorrect. It's almost like squeezing the rhythm of a waltz into a march. Okay, so it is one of the hardest things to do as well, so I acknowledge that it's not the easiest one to change, hence the reason I don't talk about it at the start, because it takes a lot more work than just correcting your speech sounds. Words are made up of syllables, which means tiny little parts. That means a word can be broken up into many parts, like Tilla, that's my name, and it's got 2 syllables in it. Or another word like sunrise, it's got 2 syllables in it. Banana, ba-na-na, 3 syllables. Caterpillar, caterpillar, my 4th finger didn't come out, and so on. You get the picture. So for the purpose of this short little video, I'm going to keep this simple and only focus on 2 syllable words and common noun and verb productions. People always ask me similar questions and how to say them or get them incorrect. So for English, in a standard accent, you want to be emphasizing the first syllable most of the time. This is a 2 syllable word. So words like purchase, so I'm buying something, I'm purchasing something, rather than I'm purchasing something. That makes sense? And colleague, my workmate, my colleague at work. My colleague said this. Second one's incorrect. Okay? Now, the words that are nouns can be verbs. Let me just have a read and tell you what I'm talking about. Progress, that's one, that's a noun. Present, or present, sorry. Produce, record, or produce. The verbs can be to progress, so that the stress is different. So if it's a noun, progress, I need to progress, I need to make a progress on my work. Or if I want to progress, I need to study harder. So if it's a verb, it changes into the second stress. Okay, I've got a present, okay, but if I'm giving a presentation, so I have to present to somebody. Does that make sense? Produce, and how do you change it to a verb? I have to produce. The second part is stressed. I have a produce, but I want to produce. That's the second part, and you emphasize on that one. It's a little bit tricky, but I'll help you through that. Record, so that is a record for those of you old enough to know the big fat records. So record, and the other one is to object, and I object. The last one wasn't a great example, so I apologize, but you get the picture. If it's a noun, that means an object name, you emphasize on the first part of the word. If it's a verb, you usually tend to put the stress or the emphasis on the second part of the word. Alrighty, so we've got more cool stuff like this coming up on my list. Make sure you join my mailing list, perfectpronunciationacademy.com. You'll get an email, you get an ebook, you'll get other funky stuff. Make sure You see me there. Bye.